Yep.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chai with Gary. United won, Everton won in the Premier League. Chai, what are your thoughts?
Um, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I think I think over and over again, this is disappointing. So you just don't take it emotionally anymore. It's just. I think we're a mid-table squad. I think sooner we realize that we're a mid-table squad, I think we should be okay. That way, we don't have any fucking expectations.
I think calling us a mid-table squad, Chai, is a bit. Look, we've got Ronaldo, we've got Sancho, we've got Bruno Fernandes, we've got Paul Pogba.
It doesn't matter, dude. It does not
I
matter.
mean, with all these players, how are we not able to win at Everton, Chai? Everton didn't have
Uh,
Calvert Lewin. They had no striker up front, and
yeah.
somehow they almost scored two against us.
Uh, Look, what surprises you about this result? Let me ask you that counter question. Right? What surprises you
Well,
about this
okay,
result?
I want to go back to the pre-match, right? We spoke
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah,
I said I'm expecting a draw, 0-0,
yeah, yeah,
because I know Benitez wasn't with some of his key players.
yeah,
Calvert Lewin was out, so I knew they were going to defend the fuck out of the game.
yeah. But they
To
did,
to be
though, right?
fair, they to be
They did.
fair, to be
They
fair,
did.
they attacked.
Hmm.
They were a lot sure. Decore had an amazing game. I think Decore and Alan controlled the midfield.
And I'll tell you what, I think Gray had a fucking great game as well. Tomorrow,
Yeah,
Gray, I'll tell you what, dude, he just pushed Fred like he wasn't supposed to be there. He just sent him back to fucking high school. And bottle jobs, as Jihad put it, bottle
yeah,
jobs they are. But
no.
you know what? I'll tell you what. What after? Okay, wait. Given the run of form, what surprised you about this game? Nothing, right? I mean, it's okay. Everton's a good squad. I think we're level of points with them before this game. We got what we deserved, I guess.
Look, Chai, the Champions League game. Let's just touch very quickly on it, right? We went into the game, must-win game. Unai Emery's team, we know how he plays: low
Yep,
block, give you the ball, sit back, and then wait for you to screw up and hit you on the
yep,
counter.
yep,
That game was atrocious, Chai.
yep. It
We
was.
didn't control the game. The tempo was slow.
We shouldn't have. We didn't deserve to win that game.
We didn't win to deserve it, and by luck, we won that game.
Yep.
And then we go into this game. I had very low expectations because of the performance midway. We go into this game. I expected us to have the same lethargic performance, but
But
to
we
be
started off
fair,
well.
we started
We
off
started
really
off
well,
really
Chai. We
fucking
played. I
well.
think we played really well today. I
I'll tell
think.
you what. I think it all changed when the fucking big egos came in. I
Mm,
think it changed. We played like a team for first 55 minutes. I think we
yeah.
did well. I think we did really well. Martial had a decent game. I think shout out to Cavani. He was running his socks off. You'd see him, dude. One thing you should
What
mention
do you
about
think was
Cavani
the
and shout
biggest
out to
mistake?
him.
What do you think went wrong, Chai? Just
Look,
sum
man.
it up for me.
I told you before the game started, we had this chat, right? And I said, look, he changed the he changed the forward line. But what fucking pisses me off, he changes everything except McFred. It makes my blood boil. Right?
Chai, you know what? It's come to a point now. I don't even want to talk about McFred
I
because it's wasted energy. There's
Yes, it
nothing we
is.
can do about it.
It
For
is.
whatever reason, Solskjaer thinks that having McFred there is going to solve all our problems. Clearly, it hasn't. We bought in Varane now. We told ourselves, look, we've got a Champions League winner in Champions League Varane now. He's going to solve all our problems in defense.
Mhm.
Now, we've gone what? How many games now? How many home games have we? We've lost. I think we've
We've
lost
never kept
five,
okay, wait, wait,
five
wait. We've
points.
never kept a clean sheet. Except for Wolves, I think. Wolves we did. We except for one game all of the season, we haven't kept a clean sheet. And now apparently all of this is our defense is resolved. Well, what fantasy land are we living into?
And I know you mentioned this as well. We were so exposed, Chai. I think there's a
Dude,
problem, right? When we push forward, it seems like everyone just wants to go up front, and then there's so much of the gap is so big in midfield that they just run past us. And the problem I felt as well, there were a lot of 50-50 challenges towards the end of the game where we were just second best most of the times.
Look,
Um, Pram's come and said 1-1. Come on, Pram, come on. We
would
were
you
the
take
better
that
team.
one
We should
all
have
if
won
you
that.
were? I know you're a Liverpool supporter, but would you be happy with a one all against a weakened
Uh,
Everton squad? Would if I mean, okay, there's a bit of an overreaction, I understand, but I think Everton were depleted. We could have played a full strength squad, or we could have played a best squad. We didn't, and then the result kind of showed itself. What bothers me the most, Gary, I know you don't want to bring up McFred, but just let's quickly touch upon that. His adamancy, I don't know even if that's a word, but Ole's
his persistence in
persistence
playing
with
McFred.
McFred is just frustrating. Look, to be quite honest, I think they both did well in the first half. I mean, I had no complaints with them. It could be anyone in there, and then they would have given a similar performance in our squad. In our squad, I'm not talking about anybody else. If you put Matic and Van de Beek here, they're probably similar performances. But what pissed me off in the second half was as soon as the fucking their goal went in, we just said, okay, it's time for us to shit the bed, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm angry. I don't know who to put this blame against. I think I,
Chai, you know what?
I have no
I'm normally
words.
very, very. Look, I know Solskjaer's got many, many faults, but today I think he set the team out well, where we started
Mhm.
off really well. Where I'm frustrated is with the substitutions, right? Look, I understand Martial had a problem, so he had to come off. Sancho came in, and he had an amazing game. He took on players
He had a good game. Yes, yes,
good.
yes. He had a good
Compared to
game.
what we've seen so far, I think
Yes,
this was his
yes, yes.
most
He had a good
productive
game.
game. Okay,
Yes, agreed.
why did we take Cavani off? That's the
Why did
question
we
I've
take?
got to ask.
Okay, yeah. Why did we take Cavani off? Good point. I have no idea. I didn't think he deserved to come off. I I think it's the pressure of having Ronaldo on the bench and not playing him. I think that's what's playing. Oh man, dude, everything boils down to the two midfield. If I don't know, Gary. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just so frustrated, Chad, because I think, look, I thought we had a genuine chance today to get 3 points, and I think we
Go to
played
our
well for
table.
once. For once, I enjoyed the performance. It was
60
back to
minutes, I think we played really well.
we played
I think we
really
played
well,
really well for this
Chai,
one. Until
and
they
we
scored.
went a goal. Um, we they equalized, okay, and I thought we looked really well going towards the last 20 minutes, but for some reason we nearly conceded again, Chai, with another. I don't know what it is. Is it the players or is it the structure?
There is no
What do you think?
midfield, Gary. There is no midfield. So you're always going to expect to score. We're always going to let in a goal. We should accept that fact, right? How we bounce back, either it be them scoring first or the opposition scoring first, or they're equalizing. We should always account for that goal going in. The goal's going in because there's no competency in the midfield or midfielders overrun, right? It's always the case, and there's nothing different that happened today. Nothing different. There's nothing different,
It's
dude. So look, I think as Jehan said, 60 minutes we played really well. There is no
yeah.
questions about it. We did all we could. And for the first time, when Marshall and Cavani were playing, we played as a team, not individuals. Right?
Mm,
It's a shout out. I think everybody had a half decent game.
mm. I think
But
the issue right now, Chai. Okay, now that we've calmed down a bit, yes, in hindsight, it's not a bad result drawing against Everton, probably one of the better teams in the league. But what I'm trying to say is that when you look at the teams we've played so far, right? We've played Leeds. Who do we play second?
apart from
We
Leeds
played
and
Villa.
Newcastle,
Yeah,
apart from Leeds
Newcastle.
and
I mean,
Newcastle, leave that aside. We played Southampton for a draw. We played Wolves for a lucky win.
scrappy 1-0
We
win. Yeah,
we played West Ham. We should have fucking lost that in 90th minute penalty or whatever nonsense saved
we
and
lost to
stuff like
Villa.
that. We lost to Villa and we drew against Everton. So
Yeah.
literally, we won 2 games in the league, right? And all of this talk, 2 games, 3 games in the league, right? And we we fucking portray that we're fucking won the league the last three seasons. That's how we portray ourselves. And you know what? This is what expectations are too high, and I think with the team we have, it's no. I'm telling you this again. I think with the team we have, we should expect to be challenging for the league title, right?
Oh, yeah,
But there is something fundamentally failing with Ole's tactics or his persistence. I'm done with the manager. I couldn't care less. He could be a fucking United legend. He could be whatever. I think he's out of his depth. I think that's it for me now. I can't be bothered. He can't manage personalities of this big a caliber, and he's bringing on Ronaldo just because he's Ronaldo, not because he thinks he's. And
yeah.
again, yeah, there's no tactics. You,
And
okay,
I don't
how
know,
many
if
times
you
have we
realize,
scored?
right? There was
One
one
second
point in
before.
the game. Oh, sorry, go for it.
No. Before, I think Everton today beat us at our own counter-attacking football. That's all I'm going to say. If our tactics were counter-attacking, they did a better job than us at that only tactic that we seem to have. Right? That's
100%,
they
100%, Chai,
showed us how
because
to play counter-attacking football.
we look, we are playing counter-attacking football. This is the fundamental problem, Chai. Okay, we're playing counter-attacking football with players that want the ball to the feet.
Correct.
Okay, Sancho wants ball to the feet. Pogba wants ball to the feet. Ronaldo, yes, he can maybe play with a forward pass, but he doesn't have the pace of Rashford or
Even
to
Sancho.
kind of go past players, right? And then you've got Greenwood. Greenwood is also not another fast player. So why are we persisting with playing counter-attacking football when the system that we are trying to implement is better suited for players who want? Sorry, the why are we playing that when the players that we have are better suited for ball to the
Playing the ball to
feet,
the feet.
quick movement type of play. So this is the problem I have, the manager. And when you look at the squad as a whole, it's a bit of mishmash of players that we've got. We've got players like Rashford, players like Bruno, people who really want to take on players and just do their own thing. And then you got players like Martial, Cavani, Martial, who's the other one?
Rashford.
No, Martial, Sancho, Pogba, who want ball to the feet. So I think he's got to get the balance right and work on how to play in the final third. Because when we get to the final
Ah,
third, it's like we're lost for ideas.
yes.
That's the problem I see. And I don't know. We've had the core of this team for the last 3 years. The manager's been here for 3 years, and as much as like, dude, you've got to have some sort of system. As a
Correct.
manager, you got to implement a system.
Mhm.
And because Ole is smaller than likes of Ronaldo, he's not succumbing to pressure to put Ronaldo on.
You know what was the most disturbing, apart from that fucking Everton goal? You know what was the most disturbing thing that I watched? He was smiling at the end of the game. I don't know what the fuck he was smiling at. I would have fucking punched him in the face. I'm like, okay,
Dude,
no,
I
no condone.
I I, I was screaming
No
there.
condone.
Like,
What I was
what are you
doing.
smiling about?
What are you
And
smiling
I don't
about?
know if you realize there was one part as well. I think Jaden had just come on, and you could hear Solskjaer shouting, "Jaden, take him on!" Like, are you telling me that's your tactic, just to let players take on players? I mean, like, what's your style of play to open up teams?
There isn't one. There isn't one. And you know what? Everton played a fair game. Okay, look. I Now that we've calmed down a little bit again, I think Everton played a good game. I think they came in with a strategy with a weakened squad. I think they played a game that was fucking off high. I mean, it depended on the strategy, and I think we lost it there. I think we can't strategize against teams. There's just no, there's just no brain cells working to fucking put a game to bed. It's very disappointing. Um, but let's break it down a little bit. Let's break it down a little bit. Let's actually go through the game. I think let's talk about the positives of the game. Okay, I think
Mm,
Victor Lindelof, fucking shout out to him.
mm,
He is, for me, Varane and Victor Lindelof
yeah,
seem so much of an upgrade from Varane and Maguire. I think
yeah.
they're just both fluid, they're ball players, they're calm, they can do the job. The deficiency of what Victor had in trying to win the headers and stuff like that, I think Varane can step up and take that responsibility.
Mm.
I think that was good. I don't think Luke Shaw should have started this game. I really didn't think he should have started this game. I think he could have nurtured him. I could have probably come on a little later. Teles should have started this game. Right? That was just being humane to people who just said, "Okay, I have a fucking this thing." He was heavily strapped up as well. I think he played with an injury. Luke Shaw did.
Yeah.
Right? Now let's come.
Look. I don't think it's fit. I think
I
you
don't think
could.
it was fair.
Yeah.
He was
Look, this
lethargic
is the
in
thing
quite
about
a few.
Solskjaer. Like he tends to rush players in, and
Correct.
even the
Correct.
McTominay.
Correct.
Someone who had groin operation. A couple of weeks ago, is now
Yeah.
back playing football. So
Playing, and what the worst part was, okay, I can understand players need rest and stuff like that. I completely condone that. But he's just played 90 minutes against Villarreal. Now you can't expect him to play 90 minutes again today. Yes, he's
yeah,
coming from injury, he's younger. What you can have millions of arguments, but he was a passenger in the fucking Villarreal game, and it's just he continues to play him, right?
yeah.
Now let's then come to the midfield, where I think was the biggest problem, right? I had no issue. I had no issue with McFred starting, considering how they started, right? I think they played really well in the first half. But what surprised me the most is, what did McFred show that Matic and probably Van de Beek wouldn't have? And now this is where I think his resistance to change is probably affecting the team a lot more just now. We had the same problems with Jose. Jose would never fucking play. Jose would never play Herrera at times, right? He would just never play him. He would just keep him on the bench. And there was
Yeah.
and he would never play Luke Shaw. And we always question, why is he doing that? Why is he always playing Matic? Why is he always playing Matic? What has changed from Jose Mourinho and his personnel and his favoritism to Ole and his favoritism and his personnel?
Look, I think Solskjaer, he's come out recently and he said that, the reason why Van de Beek's not playing, or indirectly he's hinted that, Van de Beek doesn't show the same passion and the desire. And you know what? The thing is, it's easy to misinterpret what passion and desire is. If it's running after the ball for every single ball that you see on the pitch, then that's stupid because you're going to leave your defense exposed.
Right.
But if it's a case of, showing the grit, when you're going a goal down to show that you really want to win, then that's something completely different. I think with Solskjaer, it's very, when he speaks, Chai, it's not clear what he's saying.
Dude, I don't think he has two brain cells working. That's the problem. Michael Carrick, the best fucking midfielder ever to play for United, or one of the better ones. Don't you think he sees through McFred? Is the question I have for you. Why is it so difficult?
Look, I don't know, because I think when you play a 4-3-3, your midfield really needs to provide some creativity. And as far as what's going on there?
Okay.
Princess. We got a few comments. Let's just go through the comments quickly. I think Gian, I've not seen Schmeichel's quotes, but knowing Peter Schmeichel, he's probably come out with something ridiculous based on what I know of him. So I'm not surprised. I'll have a check of that. And then we've got Prams 13. If Davies took the shot instead of,
he would have. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wouldn't have passed the one that was an offside goal for them, I think Davies had a better shot of fucking scoring that shit, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so Rashford played through injuries. Yeah, I know, and it's unfortunate, right? We have a big squad, and we should be fucking rotating people and not bring them in too quickly. Why is Fred preferred over Van de Beek? Now, this has been a question we've talked about all of last season, all of this season. I just couldn't be fucking.
I just can't be bothered talking about Van de Beek anymore. There's
he's gone.
Problem. He's leaving, so let's not talk about him anymore. Let's talk about what I mean. Pogba's probably going to be in the same scenario.
Pogba's
I don't think
he's
going to sign. So we're gonna end up with McTominay and Fred plus whoever we bring in next summer. But right now, I think the problem is we've not even played any of the big teams, Chai.
Mm-hmm.
We've got big problems. Have you seen a run of fixtures when we come back from international break?
Dude,
we play Atlanta, we play Leicester, Man City, there's Liverpool somewhere there. There's Tottenham. We are going to get our asses handed to us, okay? There's no doubt about that.
this is how we're going to go, right? We're going to play Atlanta, we're going to play Liverpool, we're going to play Tottenham, we're going to play City. Those are the fixtures that are coming up, right? And before, a lot of people thought because we're playing three home games in a row, and we did with Villarreal and Everton, we thought we'd put a string of victories together or go to the international break, with, it's just going to be chill, and then we're going to come back, pick up where we left off. Dude, we haven't won one game convincingly this season,
No,
and that's what fucking worries me. Okay, two
no.
games. Fuck. I'm not going to talk about Liverpool. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about Leeds. I'm not going to talk about Newcastle. Just keep those games away. They're distant past, right? Distant past.
And the thing is, Chai. Okay, last season's performances were probably the same as what we are doing, how we are playing right now. But the thing is, we had clutch moments where we would get that last minute goal. Now I remember that game against Wolves. We pretty much scored
Oh,
at the last, pretty much the last kick of the game. Rashford got that goal, and we won 1-0.
hmm.
So right now, when I look at this team, apart from the Champions League game that we just played, I don't think we're going to get as lucky this season, Chai.
No, we're not. We're not.
And
Now, and this is the week that Liverpool plays City, right? Liverpool plays City this week. It's a tough fixture. They have points to drop, both the teams. We could have capitalized on this on Everton at home. We could have capitalized, right? Because we know that there are tough fixtures going on. People will drop points. Good place to come in, substantiate our league position. No, it's just that fucking bottlers do it. Look, I don't know who to blame. I think the player
and Chai, you know what? You know
had
what?
nothing to do with
Okay,
the players, dude.
when you look at
Nothing to
Everton's
do with the
team
players.
today, they had no one in their first team that would rock up to our first team. There's no chance. Okay.
Alan
Um,
would really.
Alan Decore
Alan would.
maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Decore would.
Fine.
So the
No
midfield
one in
comes
their final
comes walk
third.
straight in, right? Then
Yeah.
midfield
Straight
just walk
straight
straight
forward.
in, right? Yeah,
Yeah. But the thing is, no one from the back and no one from the front.
yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that Benitez has done wonders with the team, the way the team have set up.
Wait, one
Even
second.
even Emery, Chai.
Dude, everybody. Okay, let me take you back, right? You said Villa had no rights to play like that at Old Trafford, and you were right. Villarreal, you said they had no rights to play us off the park at Old Trafford. You were right. Today, Everton did the same. It all tells us that there's no strategy, there's no tactics, there's nothing beyond a player's discretion that will win us games, right? And that's it. That's fine. We accept that. We accept that. You can't have Everton come and beat you at your own game, which is counter-attacking football. You can't have it. You can't have it. If that's your style of play, I accept. We'll play to that. But you can't lose at your own game. With a squad that's been assembled of fucking so-called superstars, that you can't lose to Everton with a depleted squad. If Calvert-Lewin played today, we would have lost this game.
Man. Yeah.
We would have lost this game. We have to have Jehan. I completely agree with you.
We have
Ole
moments
needs
of
to
C,
go.
dude. Yeah, he
Ole
needs to
needs
go.
to go. Needs to go. For me,
And
I'm done with it.
I
I'm
look. I
indifferent
think
anymore.
like we don't even have to be worried about Ole right now. I think he's gone because I think the way we are playing right now and we're not getting the results. We've got a tough run of fixtures when we come back from international break, and I don't see him staying past Christmas right now on the way we're playing. Um,
Dude, he's not going
I
to go
wouldn't.
anywhere. He's
I
not going to go anywhere.
I have a feeling this time. I have a
He's
feeling
the
this time.
most non-controversial manager to have in your team because he doesn't stir up anything. He's good with the media. He does his day job really well. Apart from actually winning games, he does everything else well, right? And do you really think United board will sack him?
All,
Dude,
all I'm saying
impossible.
is Ronaldo
Impossible.
is in the team right now.
It doesn't
That's all I'm
matter.
going to say.
It's
Chai,
it doesn't
Ronaldo's
matter.
there. He's not going to take the shit, Chai.
I know he's not going to take the shit,
Well,
but he's not going to. I think Ole will outlast Ronaldo at United. That's what I'm trying to say. He's 36, dude. Just think about it for a second.
you
Ole
could.
will outlast him. That's what I'm trying to say. Ole will
I
fucking Ronaldo will bring the fucking money, but it's fine. He'll outlast him. That's the problem. Do you think the United board have the balls to fucking sack him? Impossible.
Yeah, look, if we don't get Champions League, then it's 100%, I think.
Correct.
But
And do
I
you think
think,
Ronaldo will stay if we fucking don't get Champions League?
no, he won't.
Also, something that you might want to ask for yourself, right? I mean, what's the
Yeah, he
difference?
won't.
He won't.
But Chai, I think he stays beyond Solskjaer for me. I think there's no
Dude,
way Ronaldo.
I mean, if we were having this conversation 3 years ago, I would completely agree with you.
Can you imagine Ronaldo? We go into Europa League and then Ronaldo doing SEO in Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan or wherever it is. there's,
Yeah,
there's no way that's happening, Chai.
but he's
He's
36
look,
years old, Gary. Okay. Look, I'm gonna say something very controversial, and people might not agree and stuff like that. I don't give a shit. Playing in the Italian league is completely different from playing in the English Premier League. I think two completely different tempos. I think what we've realized is that Ronaldo might outpace defenders or outlast his time in a team that's not so physically draining in the Italian league, but I'm not sure how long he'll last in the English Premier League. It's just not possible. And what fucking frustrates me is we have two senior citizens playing as our number one strikers, Cavani and fucking Ronaldo, right? They're not going to last more than. We don't have the long term vision. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
yeah,
If both of them will retire in the next 3 seasons or next 2 seasons maximum, right? Who's going to come in to take their spot? Greenwood, Rashford, Marshall's going to leave. Apart from that, we have to buy in more players, right? We have
yeah,
to.
we have to.
We
We
have
have
to.
to try.
So there's no long-termism. This is a stopgap move to make sure that we do better than we did last season. But regardless of what we've realized is, regardless if it's Ronaldo, his grandfather, his whoever it is, right? It doesn't matter who's there. It's just there's no. He's playing the graveyard shift. You cannot. There are no chances for the strikers. It's just the feeding of scraps, one or two things, and that's it.
Yeah, look,
That's all.
I think we're in big trouble right now, Chai. Big problems right now. I honestly thought we were going to win this game.
Uh,
Once I started to see how we were going to play, and
yeah,
yeah, it's concerning. In end of November, I think Ole's moment will come, whether
yeah.
he sinks or he swims. And I think if he doesn't, the question I have as well, okay, before we wrap it up, we've got Zidane who's available, we've got Conte is available. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, who would you want to come in?
Honestly, I don't know. I think Zidane would be a good shout, right? But
Mm,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Conte has his completely weird
no.
philosophy as well. I don't want Conte anywhere near United.
Conte will probably get sacked in his interview, so I
Yeah,
don't think
probably.
I don't think he picks it past the interview. The problem is that there are not many big names out there. We'll have to probably poach another name from another big club. Um, I don't know, Chai. I don't know. If Guardiola decides to leave City one day, I'd be happy to take him. If the Liverpool fans want to sack Klopp, then we'll obviously be happy to take him.
He's never
But
gonna
I
come
don't
to
see.
United, dude. Never
Yeah,
gonna come. But
yeah,
Zidane's dude, Graham Potter, Jehan, I
yeah.
feel.
All I will
Graham
say
Potter.
about Graham Potter is that the concern I have with Graham Potter is that he's really
Probably
good
can't take
technically
the.
when he watches
It's the pressure of
football.
the United job, dude. It's the pressure of the
Yeah,
United job. I don't know if he'll survive that. And you know what? That's why I think I favor Zidane because Zidane's been in the midst of the pressure that Madrid has or or creates,
yeah.
right? And Pram says United has beaten Toffees only once since 2019, if I'm not mistaken, right? Would you say it's always been a tough or challenging fixture? I think we beat them 3-1 last time we played them at Goodison Park last year, right? It's when Cavani scored his first goal. This is, I think, one of the games where Ole's position was in fucking doldrums, and we watched it at the Star in Sydney, right?
Which one? Oh, the Everton
Yeah,
game.
Everton
Was it?
game, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He was. There was a lot of
Talks about him being
talks
sacked
about
and
him
stuff
getting
like
sacked,
that.
and somehow he went on this run, and yeah,
And then
here he
yeah,
is.
Yeah, so we beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
Sorry, we beat Everton. Then I don't
For
think
me, I think
Everton's
the
are.
key is I think we need to get a big manager. Club like United, we can't. I think
So
Zidane's a good shout because he's
yeah,
managed Real Madrid. The pressures that come with managing Real Madrid are immense, probably bigger than United, because
yeah,
they've got fans there who will, go and bash up your car if you're not performing.
yeah.
I think Conte is another good shout, but I don't think he will last because there's friction. The way he handles things and all that. I think there'll be a lot of friction between him and the board.
Yeah.
Ten Hag is another good one. Jihan, was it Jihan that mentioned? No, Kilshrek. Yeah, Ten Hag is a good manager, but again, managing Ajax in the Dutch league is very different from managing Manchester United. So I think he needs to go to another club and really show what he can
Ru-
do.
Rudy says Rooney's played with
We-
Ronaldo. That'll be a fucking funny thing, right?
yeah,
He'll
Wayne
be
Rooney can manage Liverpool. He can be your next Liverpool manager. I think that's a good shout.
Frank
Um,
Lampard. What is this Rooney on about?
Rooney,
Frank Lampard, Rooney,
Rooney.
Van Persie next, fucking Patrick Vieira, and all
Yeah,
these ex-players. But anyway, look, it was a very, very disappointing game. I think post 16 minutes, I think we just shut down. I think we don't have. Before we go, we talk about Plan B, right? Every manager needs to have Plan A, B, and C, maybe even, right? We have players to fit all Plan A, B, and C, right? But it's just that Ole can't see beyond Plan A, and he can't even strategize Plan B and C, let alone fucking Plan A. I think that's where we are, and that's a sad situation. Hmm. But yeah,
yeah.
thoughts about the next few games, and then we wrap up. Okay. Mm,
Yeah.
the next
Who do
game,
we
I think.
play? I think Leicester. Leicester that
Uh,
Saturday. We come back next Saturday. Sorry,
it is
not next
Leicester.
Saturday. Saturday after.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard one because I can't really say right now. Leicester's not doing too great right now. So
Yeah.
we might have a good chance to get a result. And I think we're playing at home, so we might be able to get something. And
No,
then we
Leicester will
play
play
at
away. Right? We play away.
at Leicester away. Okay, that might be a bit
Yeah.
different. Might be a bit harder.
So we play
And then
Leicester next on the 17th, right? And then we play Atlanta and then Liverpool on the 25th.
I tell you what, man, I'm so scared of Liverpool. The two
Dude,
teams I'm so worried about
in
are
the midst of
Liverpool,
all of this, I'm fucking
Liverpool
worried
and
about
Chelsea are
the.
the two teams I shit my pants against. Liverpool because we whenever we play them, Chai, they play with this high intensity football, and for whatever reason we decide to sit back. We
Dude,
take on the pressure. Our defenders, either whether it's Maguire or Lindelof, one
God.
of them will screw up, and then that's it.
You
And
know
then with
what?
Chelsea, look, Chelsea are so good in defending this. Their defense is amazing. The way they've set up. Plan A is counter attack, and that's it. That's right. We don't have any plan Bs here. Yeah, so we play counter-attacking football against all these teams, and yeah, it's a case of attack versus defense, and who's got the better quality, I
Yeah,
guess.
dude,
So
I don't think we stand a chance. But
yeah, I
let's just
think
be.
I'm predicting a loss there, and then we play Atlanta again, I believe. After that,
We
yeah,
play Atlanta twice now. What my biggest concern is in the midst of all of these high tempo fixtures, I think our Champions League could be
Chai,
resettled.
you know how mad this is, right? Just think about it for a second, right? We are Manchester United, and we are
We
worried about
were
playing
Manchester United.
Atlanta.
Okay, can we
We are
please
worried
stop?
about playing Atlanta.
Can we please? Okay, one thing, Gary. I think we just need to get out of this fucking mindset that we are Manchester United. Yes, we were Manchester United when we're a shadow of what it was before. Let's accept that, and I think things will become a little more. I think we'll be a little more receptive. What we're doing just now is accepting mediocrity, and it's driven by the manager, not anybody else. It's just I can't have this expectations all the week. Fucking yeah, you know what? Saturday we're gonna play Everton. We're gonna fucking beat them. It's gonna make my weekend. Come Saturday, Like, oh fuck yeah,
Oh my god.
fucking Ole out, and this and that. I'm just done with this shit, dude. Just done with this mediocrity. With this. Uh, how are we any different from what Arsenal was during the end of Wenger, dude?
Yeah, I mean
Except the
that's
fact that they didn't have Ronaldo, they didn't have the quality players that we have. But just how is it
yeah.
different?
But to be
They were
fair,
shit.
look,
We're
the
shit.
difference is we've actually got money to invest in players, whereas Arsenal was a bit suspect in terms of the investment of players.
Hmm.
I think personally, Wenger did the best he could with the squad he had. I think Arteta is doing what he can. I mean, he's not really getting the best out of his players, but I think that he's reached a ceiling with the players, and I think the new players that he's brought in are really helping him, Lokonga and so.
Hmm.
So I think, and they look like they've turned the corner right now. They may be,
Too soon
yeah,
to
they
say, right?
may,
It's just one
yeah.
good result, right?
And I think, look, they're not that far away from us in the table, so don't write them
Hmm.
off just yet.
No,
Um,
dude, I was after the. I mean, I got carried away with the Leeds and Newcastle result. To be honest, I think that's just an aberration. I think that's a blip in the radar, right? I think
yeah,
what what we've come to understand or realize is the fact that what happened against Villa, what happens against Wolves, what happened today against Everton is our new normal. I think the sooner we accept the fact, if nothing changes from the coaching, nothing changes from the from McFred, how are we expecting different results? It's the same shit. How are we
yeah,
expecting different results if we don't change the way we play or the personnel involved? That's that's as simple as that. Why are we surprised about today's result? Why are we going off against shit? Why are we
I
ranting?
just, I'm,
Did we
I'm
expect
just,
anything different?
yeah. I mean, for once, I think we played well. I think that's where my frustration is. I think we
That's okay.
played well. I think we controlled pretty well. I think we had a few opportunities to score. We
Hmm.
didn't take our chances, and that's what happens, right? And I think normally I would be a bit more hard on Solskjaer. I think today, I think the overall structure, yes, we could have defended a bit better, but I think some of the players had to take some accountability as well. That's what I'd
Absolutely.
say.
And just before I'm just going to read a couple of Jihan's
Yeah.
chats as well. I'd say, look, he says, I really like to talk to Ole and actually want to see why the fuck he's he sees in McFred. Well, dude, if that question is answered, I think half the problems would be solved. Right? Just change the personnel out and we'll probably see better results. And give those people some time to settle into the midfield. Whoever it is, manager, Van der Beek or whoever it may be, just give them
Yeah.
some time. I think we'll see better results. If Arsenal win today, now this is the point you just made. If Arsenal win today, they're going to be 12 points and 2 points away from us. How is it happening? Well, that's that's it's a result of a terrible manager, persistent with bad personnel, favoritism to certain players, and reluctant to change. I think that's pretty much sums up where we are today.
Yeah. Look, I think
Uh,
Krish kind of sums it up. The lower the
yeah,
expectation, the lesser the disappointment,
yeah.
which is, yeah, typically not the way you want to go in life. But in this case, yeah, it seems like that.
It's better for our
And
health, I think, dude. I think we won't have these.
yeah, you've just got to be. I feel right now, Chai. I feel like like a Poland, like a piece of Poland that's just floating in the wind, and and yeah, just following where United's going, and you never know where you're going to end up. It's like when you go into a game, whether it's City,
Mhm.
whether it's Everton, whether it's Leeds, you don't know what you're going to get, Chai.
Yeah.
We could go and completely shit house like what we did midweek, or we could
Mm.
come today and get a win, and then we could come today, play really well, and get a draw. So with with other teams, it's quite clear when they've got a structure style of play, and everyone kind of when your players don't perform, then
Yeah.
you've got your subs to come on
Yeah.
and get the job done. Whereas with us, we don't have a style of play, and like just last point as well. In the first half, I don't know if you noticed, right? All our attacks were coming down the right flank,
Yeah.
And then as soon as Sancho came on, all our attacks came down the left line. It's like,
Pogba
why
left
can't you
as well.
balance it out? You know?
But you know what? At least before we go, I think Greenwood and Van Bissaka had a better understanding than Lucio and Martial. They just hadn't played in a while, so that's probably explains why the attacks were coming from there. And to be quite honest, I think on a different day, we would have probably been 2-1 up at halftime, right? Or 3-1 up. Let's say Martial puts that away, Cavani puts that away, header away. We would have been 3-1, 3-1, and Everton, they score anyway. But it would have been 3-1 at halftime. And look, are we overreacting? Being only 7 games in, and third place in the table, probably. Yeah,
Slightly, I'd say.
but
But
we are overreacting, yes, to a certain extent. But what bothers me is I don't know what United is going to turn up. I know what Liverpool is going to turn up. I mean, what kind of performances a Liverpool team would put in? What kind of performance a Chelsea team? I can expect something out of them, but I can't. It's so volatile. It's so volatile, and
yeah.
we don't know what United's going to show up. That was a problem last season as well. I think those things are going on. But yeah, having said that,
Anyway, we have a break, Chai.
we have a break.
Not worry
Thank
about
God for
United
it.
for a while, and yeah, we'll be back
Cool.
in 2 weeks,
Other
I
important
guess.
things in life.
Yeah.
Until then. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for your comments. It was really interesting to see what your thoughts are on. And I'm gonna, if I have to pick one standout comment, it's all fart no shit. That's
Yeah.
probably very true. That's probably very true. But on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you the next time. Hopefully, it'll be a better result that we're talking about. Until the next time, this is Jai with Gary.